So I'm only doing one. I really do need to use my time and take it slow. I'm actually a little confused here. Why is 93? Aha, wait. Okay, wait. 93. You're threatening checkmate. So like if you take with the knight, pawn holds knight, and you're threatening queen f1 mate. If the knight moves, you have two mates. So 93 looks kind of right, but then rook a8, bishop f8. I'm a little confused. Maybe I'm missing something. 93 looks like a forced checkmate. What other moves are there? Knight g3 looks wrong. Bishop g3 looks wrong. I think it's just 93 and bishop f8. Let me think. I don't want to move too fast and just blunder this one. Bishop g3 is a move. I saw some people in chat saying it. That's definitely wrong because white just takes. And if you take with the queen, knight g2, knight h4, queen e4, and you promptly resign. Takes 93 doesn't make any sense because there's no mate on f1 even, so it can't be bishop g3. I think it's just 93. I mean, okay, let me thank you to Capri Rublev for the 2 months, because if bishop g3 is not bishop g3 doesn't work, I'm like 99% sure it has to be 93. So let me try to work this through. Okay, so if I take knight f3, 93 is just takes is just winning. Okay, so knight f3 is not a move. Thank you to Shazley for the gifted sub. So bishop g3, knight f3 is no good. So bishop g3, hg3, knight takes e3. Why would you give away the bishop for nothing there? Because then white can take. So bishop g3, h3, knight e3 is no good. Bishop g3, h3, queen g3 is no good. Bishop g3, h3, knight g3, knight g2 even, and there's no mate. So I'm pretty it can't be. It has to be knight e3. I mean, unless I'm just blindly missing something. So yeah, I don't know, maybe there's something else, but I mean there is knight g3 too, I guess, but knight g3, knight f3, and you have nothing. Yeah, knight takes g3, knight f3, and the knight holds h2, and you have no mate because the rook covers. I don't know. I'm almost certain it's got to be knight e3 because bishop g3 doesn't work. It's right. Okay, good. You can't go king g7 because of queen d4, so it's just here. Yeah, okay. I overthought that one. I was right. My original instinct was just right. Okay, we're at 61. We keep going. There's queen h5 or queen e4. There's also rook d4. I mean, I'm almost certain it's got to be queen h5. But queen h5, h6 maybe? Takes and bishop e5. Again, I don't really understand this puzzle. This is kind of weird. This looks too easy again. All these puzzles keep looking too easy. I'm really confused by this. This just looks too easy. So I'm really hesitant to play queen h5. But it's not queen h5. I mean, queen e4, knight f5 is absurd. Queen d3, knight f5 is absurd. So these don't work. Rook d4, queen d4, knight f7. I mean, even just, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess takes queen d4, knight f7 is an idea. But it does not look right. Black can even go queen f6. No, it's got to be queen h5. What's my record? 77. It's just got to be queen h. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. But queen h5, knight f6, queen f7, king h8. It's maybe not so clean. Yeah, maybe not so easy. But I mean, there's nothing else that makes sense to me. Oh wait, actually, wait a second. No, wait. Rook d4, queen h5. There is a purpose. So if you take and you go queen h5, knight f6, you can take here and take. There is a purpose. Wait a second. I don't believe that it's rook d4. I really, rook d4, queen d4, queen h5, queen f6. I don't believe in it. I'm pretty sure it's just got to be this. Yeah, it is. Okay, you take, and now I have to find the last one, which I'm pretty sure is bishop to e5 here. Wait, no, there's 92. Wait a second. Wait, it's not trivial at all. I just very nearly blundered that. Wait, because here 92 check. Although king h1, not sure. Thank you to Laplace for the 5 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you to Laplace for the 5. Thank you to Jay Shankland for the prime. Thank you so much, Jay Shankland. I mean, rook d4 is the move that I want to play, but after rook d4, knight e6, rook d7, you actually lose. because your queen's in danger of getting trapped by rook d7. I mean, I don't know what the move is. My instinct very weirdly is saying it's bishop e5, knight e2, and like king up, but then there's rook f8. It's not bishop e5. Rook f8. There's nothing. I mean, my instinct is that rook d4, something like rook d4 is right, but I don't, it doesn't look quite right. Not sure. Knight e6 is not right. No, knight e6 is not right. Let me think for a second. Thank you to Skoner for the foremost. Thank you, Skoner. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh man, this is hard. Okay, it's a puzzle though, so I mean bishop e5 knight I mean maybe it's bishop e5 knight e2, king f1 rook f8 queen e7, and the knight's just trapped on e2. Okay, what are the moves that don't work? Let's work it backwards. What are the moves that don't work? This is the way I have to look at it. Okay, bishop e5 is definitely a move that's playable. Knight e6 loses. Rook e6 loses. So I can't move either of these two. So basically there's this, and what else? No knight moves, no rook moves. Queen e7 looks absurd. So it's basically rook d4, bishop e5. Yeah, it's got to be some combo. Rook d4, bishop e5, rook d7 though, and this is the problem. This is difficult. Yeah, rook d4 is the move that I really want to play here, everyone. But after rook d4, knight takes e6, rook d7 traps your queen, and everything. Whoops, everything is guarded. Like, this is a big problem. This rook d7 move. I think it's just bishop e5. I think I have to trust my instinct, even though I'm very unsure about this. I think I have to trust my instinct that it's bishop e5. Nothing else makes sense. Knight e6, you get ice skated on the back if you do this, because your king is stuck here. I think rook d4 is wrong, because after rook d4 I just don't see it. Rook e6 you get ice skated. Knight e6, rook d7 you lose your queen. I'm gonna trust my instinct. Nothing else makes sense here. It's right. Oh, it's right. I was not expecting rook d7 as the reply here though. Okay, it's still not over though. It's still very tricky. It's still not over. So now I have takes or takes. If takes, knight e2, king f1, takes king g8, I think you lose. So I think you have to take here. You take, and if takes, you take, and if rook d4, you can trade, take, and then take, I guess, and then you're up 3 pawns, right? So it's got to be takes. It's just got to be takes. Yes, good. Okay, good. Thank you to Original Guido for the 3 months. Thank you so much to Original Guido. Appreciate it. Okay, 62. We're getting there slowly but surely. Okay, what are the moves here? This is a very weird puzzle. It seems like it should just be this actually looks like an easy puzzle. So now I'm already worried. Okay, so rook b2 looks like an obvious move. And knight b3, queen g6 is just winning the game. So I'm a little confused. So rook b2, knight e6 maybe. Stop smurfing. Yeah, well, the thing is, anytime a puzzle looks too easy, you just automatically start worrying that you're missing something. Okay, now this puzzle looks too, I mean, I don't understand. This looks too easy. Like, what am I, because if I take queen e6, I just trade, I move the rook, and I mean, this has to be winning. Takes knight b3 wins. So I'm guessing the question is rook b2, knight e6. What's my move after that? Because I can't really do the queen moves because there's some kind of weird perpetual on the back. Now it could be queen h4, queen e6 check, king h2 check. Wait, actually maybe that, no, but queen h4 does not look right somehow. Queen h4, even rook f1, rook b2, queen e6, it does not look right. It doesn't look right. I know rook b2 looks so obvious that it's scaring me, but It's just scaring me. I don't know if I'll do it. Let me think for a second. I literally don't care. Play rook takes b. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my attitude, is that it just seems like the right move, but it's scary. I mean, it's scary. I guess it's probably rook b2 knight e6 rook d2 and takes you b2 b1. I don't know. It's so, oh, man. I just don't see any. I mean, let me make sure. Okay, let me make sure queen h4 doesn't work. Let me rework the process, because if queen h4 doesn't work 100%, it has to be rook takes b2. So let's see, queen h4, queen e6, queen f2, king h1, knight g3, king h2, rook takes b2 maybe is winning there though. So check. So here check, king h1, knight g3, king h2 takes, rook g1. Yeah, I think white's okay there. So I think it just doesn't work. You think it's queen h4? I don't think it is, actually. I really don't think it's queen h4. I really don't think it's queen h4. I think it's rook takes b2. But I'm gonna think for one more second, because I don't really want to mess this up. Why can't you take g2? Because the rook will guard g2. So here takes, check, king h1, knight g3, king h2, rook takes b2, threaten mate, rook g1, knight f1, king h1. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think it works. I think it's rook takes b2. I mean, I don't see anything else. I think it's rook b2. I have to trust my instinct. Good. Okay, see, I overthought that. I could have made that move after like 30 seconds. Instead I took 10 minutes. Thank you to Check for Baby for the 8, Sir Krypton for the Prime, Spoonsy as well for the 9 months. Thank you so much. And now I'm pretty sure it's my original idea. Rook d2, because takes, and then b2 b1, and you win the game. It is good. And now you take and take. Good. Okay, very good. Yeah, I mean, I could have just done that in 30 seconds, but it's probably better not to move too fast. Okay, what is this? You have 2 rooks and 2 bishops. Your opponent has a queen and 2 rooks. So bishop to bishop c4 maybe. Bishop c4 looks good. You can also take on c3 with a check, and then go bishop c4. Again, this feels too easy. What am I missing? 77 is very, very far away, you guys. Okay, bishop d5. Bishop d5 is also a move, but I don't like it. This feels too easy again. This is worrying. Although maybe it is actually bishop d5, queen c8, you just take a rook. And if you take, there's rook e3, and you're getting mated. Let's think. Okay, thank you to Gersh Devices for the Prime, appreciate it. I mean, bishop d5 wins the rook for sure. Okay, so if you take king e2, bishop c4 is just winning the game. If you take king moves, you take the rook, you win the game. If you take rook e3, takes rook e3 is not winning the game. So takes here c2, then check and takes. That's not winning. So take. Okay, so takes rook e3. I don't see a way to win there. Rook d2, king e1. So takes rook e3. I think it's just bishop d5. It's got to be bishop d5 here. I think this is a bait and switch where they want you to be like, oh yeah, you take the pawn and you win, and then you got to get it wrong right away. I think it's bishop d5. Let me think one last time. 63 is hard. How could Naroditsky do 82? Because if you take a lot of time, you can pretty much logically work it out, but it's a matter of how willing you are to take a lot of time. Benjamin Bach has a record of 216, for example. So it's, I don't know, my instinct is bishop d5. That's just my instinct. Farusha got 100 as well. Oh, what is okay, well, okay, was not expecting that. Oh, is it? Oh, did I get an easy puzzle with bishop g5 here? Wait, this looks too easy. Why is bishop g5 not just winning? Did I just get an easy puzzle? Did I get lucky? Did the RNG gods favor me for once? Wait, there's nothing. No, knight c6 takes. You can't even move it. Wait, this just, did I get an easy one? I did. Okay, now let's see. There's check or queen. I think it's just queen f5 and takes. Okay, queen a6, bishop b7 is not right. Bishop e6 is not right. Queen d8, king b7 is not right. I think it's just check. Let me make sure. Let me take one more look at this. Wait, so queen a6, bishop b7. Check here, there's nothing. Check, king b7, there's nothing. The only other check is queen f5, so it's just got to be check. So you just take and take. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. This is white to move and win. The good news here is there are only 2 legal moves, or there are 3 legal moves, but this one obviously is just wrong. You lose your queen. So you can block with the bishop, or you can block with the pawn. Let's start with bishop blocks, because I think that's the wrong move. So if I block with the bishop, trade, black has, how does black stop the mate? Actually, wait, bishop g3, there's also just queen c4, king h5. Yeah, okay, then here, check. Yeah, it has to be g3, because the other moves just lose on the spot. Let me make sure. Bishop g3, queen c4, knight e4 takes, loses. So bishop g3, queen c4, queen f4 takes, loses. Bishop g3, queen c4, queen g4 takes, loses. Bishop g3, queen c4, king h5, g6 loses. So it has to be g3. Now king g3, or okay, there's still tricks here, because king g3 is a move, because takes, and you have knight f7. So it's a 50-50 at least. Bishop g3 seems like the right move to me. Okay, let's think. Okay, king g3 is a move. Queen e1 check, king g2, queen e2 check, king g3, queen e1 draw. Big draw. So I think you have to take with the bishop then. Let me double check. So takes, check, king g4 maybe. If you take with the bishop check, bishop c4, black still has no way to stop the mate. It's got to be bishop g3. Although I guess bishop g3, there is queen h5 and g6, I guess. But you take, and that's winning. I don't actually know. It's got to be bishop g3 though, because king g3, queen e1, king g4, even just check, knight f3, queen here. You might win this long term, but you have it's not. It's got to be bishop g3. Yeah, because here queen c4 block, queen g8, then you have knight f7 check, and you win the queen. That's why I'm very confident. Let's think about this. Okay, so the question is bishop g3, queen h5 takes, g6 takes, rook e2. Is that winning for white or not is really the big question mark that I have to figure out. It's got to be winning. Takes, check, takes here, takes, rook e2, h4, rook b2, h5, rook a2, h6. It's got to be winning. It's got to be winning. So takes, queen e1, king g4, queen e2, knight f3. No, it's got to be bishop g3. It's just got to be this. No, it's not. Wow. Okay. Queen h5 is really a draw. Queen h5 is actually a draw. I'm impressed because I'm pretty confident that that's winning. Oh, there's a actually, you know why it's winning? Because there's a triangulation that I missed. I missed a triangulation with king g3, king h4. There's a triangulation. That's why. I don't think it's a draw, by the way, but I think it's I think that's winning technically. But yeah, the other one is a forced mate. The other one is a forced mate. Anyway, queen c4, bishop f4, and then what's the move? Bishop f4, and then how does black survive? Black still lost. But anyway, it's only one wrong. It's only one. If it's two, I'd be much more concerned, but it's only one, so we have plenty of time. Okay, so there's queen f6 or rook a8 here. Okay, the good news is there are only two choices. There's rook a8 or queen f6. Now rook a8, king g7, queen d6, queen b7 is not clear. Queen f6, rook e8, and you have no mates. Queen f6, rook e8, rook a7, rook f8, and you're never winning that in a million years. So queen f6 is wrong. So it's not queen f6, then rook a8 is the only other move that you can play as far as I can tell. but I'm not sure. Maybe you know what it is. Actually, I think it's rook a8 check, king g7, g5. And if yeah, it's probably check here, g5, queen b6, queen h4, and then h5 you take. So if you check king here, g5, rook e6, queen h4, h5 takes here, and queen d8 should be winning. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think it's, oh, rook e6, I have rook a7. Yes. So then actually it's very, then it's very okay, let me make sure it's very obvious and I'm not just crazy. So check here, g5 threatens mate. If black goes like queen c3, you go queen h4 and you win. Queen b2, queen h4, same checkmate. So check here, g5. So both these moves are bad. If black plays queen b6, queen h4, same checkmate. h5 and peasant, take the rook. So check here, rook e6, rook a7 just wins. Yeah, it's got to be right. Yeah, and it's just g5, of course. Let me take one last look. So g5, queen c3, queen h4 threatens mate. Queen b2 threatens mate. Both moves don't work to stop the mate. So if you go here, queen b6 is the other move, then queen h4, h5 takes and take the rook. So there's no queen moves here that save the day for black. So then the only other move is rook e6, and then after rook a7 I think you just resign. So it's got to be right. It is. And now just queen h4. Let me just double check. Queen h4 threatens checkmate in 1. No way for black to cover this back rank here. And so h5 takes, and if actually wait, queen h4, there is f5. Wait a second, there is f5. But then again I can play end peasant takes, and I go check, king g8, rook f8, and I win the game. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Very good. 66. Yeah. Let's see, what are the other moves here? There's gf3 and f2. There's queen d4. Okay, this is a tough one. This is not an easy puzzle. Let's think about, what are the moves? They need a wicked dude for the 3 months. They need a wicked dude. Okay, gf3 looks absurd because of rook d2. So I assume you make a check. I just don't know the right ordering. I'm assuming you check. Well, okay, let's see. It's check, rook f2, g3 wins. Check, king h2, queen f4 wins. Check, king h1, rook h8 is checkmate. So check, king f1, only move. Only move. Only move and only move. Okay, g takes f3, rook d2, knight d3 should be winning. Feels too easy again. Feels too easy. So let's think. Okay, if not queen d4 though, it's really gf3 or queen d4 because nothing else makes sense. So let's look at gf3, rook d2, f2, rook f2, queen d4 is, I mean, that's not bad, but is that actually right? I don't think so, although I don't know. Takes queen d4, then rook c4, queen d1. Yeah, I'm not sure, really unsure. Okay, queen d4, rook f2, g3 is maybe playable, but I'm really not sure. I need to find a reason that pawn takes pawn is not right. That's all I really need to do. If I find a reason that pawn takes pawn doesn't work, then I know for a fact it's queen d4. Yeah, rook takes f3. That would not be a very good move, my friends, because white would just very cleanly go rook d2 and collect your queen, or even just take your rook on f3. Both moves make sense here. This is the problem. But I mean, I guess gf3, queen d4, king g2, you don't have a way to win. I think I have to trust my instincts. I have 2 left. My instinct says queen d4. That's my instinct. I guess I should trust my instinct, right? I don't know. I don't know. gf3, rook d2, f2, rook f2, queen d4 also looks winning though. This is the problem. I really don't know. I really just don't know. Yeah, gf3, rook d2, f2, rook f2, queen d4, and I don't see the way that white's not losing there, but I don't know. gf3 is a move, but it does not feel right, so I think I'm gonna trust my instincts. I'm gonna trust my instinct. That's oh, it's right. Okay, good. Okay, and we're back in business. Okay, that's good. Okay, now what are the moves here that I have? I hear now I have a lot of moves. I have 94. I have 93. No, 93 queen e6. So no, I actually 94. I have 94. I have gf3, and those are the only two moves. So it's already back to 50-50. gf3 rook d2 knight d3 must be winning, I assume. I mean, that's not winning. I'm not sure actually. I'm thinking about, so gf3, rook d2 takes knight d3 takes queen a4 is very tricky. b5 queen g4, queen f5 is probably winning. Actually, I just realized there's also rook h8 is also a move. Rook d2 and knight d3. But then white can go like rook c. Oh wait, maybe. Well, I mean, I'm almost certain it's not knight e4. I don't know why, but I just know it's not knight to e4 here. So if I know it's not knight to e4, then that really leaves me with these two moves basically. But I still think it's gf3. I think it's gf3. I'm gonna trust myself here. I trusted myself at the start, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword kind of. It's right. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, live by the sword, die by the sword, as the saying goes. And now the question is it knight d3 or is it fg2? My instinct is it's probably fg2 because king e2 you check, but knight d3 is also a move. I'm gonna trust my instinct again. Live by the sword, die by the sword. And now knight d3, I think, because rook g8 is just a lame, it's just a lame check. He can, I mean, he can just move the king out of the way. It does nothing. And then he has queen f7 check also. It's got to be knight d3. It's just got to be knight d3. I mean, what else can it be? I mean, rook f2 is stupid. Rook g8, just king h1. It's got to be knight d3. Yeah, it is. And just rook g8, he just takes. You just take. Okay, it goes on as expected. And now I think it's b5, because the problem is if you just move the king, he has rook d1 and he wins everything. If you go king d8, actually wait, if you go king d8, he has queen a8. If you go king c8, he also has queen a8. So these two are bad. c6 is absurd. He just takes a pawn. So these two are bad. That's bad. King d6, rook d1. No, actually even king d6, queen c6, you just lose. So these four moves are bad. 1 2 3 4 bad, which leaves really king e7 or b5, the only two moves. But king e7, rook c7 is insane, so it has to just be b5. King d6, queen c6, c6, queen c6. These two are bad. Okay, king d8, queen a8 is bad. King c8, queen a8 is bad. So 1 2 3 and pawn push. 4 moves are bad. King e7, rook takes c7 is crazy, so it's got to be b5. And now I think it's queen f5. Rook holds, and then you can block. But let me make sure. Okay, king d8, rook d1, you lose again. Same problem of the pin. King d6, rook d1, same problem, you lose. These two are bad. King e7, rook c7, you lose. So 1 2 3 are no good. Rook f5, rook d1, same problem, you lose. Has to be queen f5. Or wait, there's king e8, just queen c8, it's no good. It has to be here, and just takes. There we go. Let's see. So I can play. Well, let's think about this. Okay, this is good. I should get this one right. King f7 g5, and this is h5 g4. King g6 g3 takes. G2 is no good. So king f7 is no good. So you do have king f5 here, but king f5 g5 h5 king b4 g6 g4 takes. G3 here, g2 h6 queen, you lose the game. So king f5 g5 is a draw. King f7 g5 you lose. So it has to be h5. Okay, I don't understand this. This looks too easy. So you go here. If g5 you play en passant, h5 g7 h4 g8 you win. King f7, king c7 takes, king d7 takes, king e7 e8, king g7 you win. Okay, that was very easy. Okay, Okay, and I get a lucky puzzle here. I've done this puzzle before. It's check first. I get a lucky puzzle I've actually seen. Takes a knight f5, and I get it right. Yes. Very nice. I'll take it. I take those. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's 3587. Black to move. Okay, this does not look like a puzzle that I'm going to be happy about. Okay. This is difficult. My instinct is that it's knight d4 and some kind of... Oh man, this is hard. Knight d4 is the obvious move. I mean, you have to... The good thing here is that you have to move a knight. Because if white takes, it's an easy draw. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Knight f4 just, I know, is wrong. Just intuitively, it looks wrong, which leaves you with 1, 2, 3. So which one is right? d4 is very centralized, so it feels like the right move. But is it the right move? I'm not sure. I mean, if knight c1... I'm hard-pressed to figure out why knight c1 is not okay either. But maybe the problem is if you go to c1, there's knight c4, knight... I got it. Knight c1, knight here, and then you lose the pawn. So it can't be knight c1. So knight c3 and knight d4 are the two moves. Knight d4 is just so centralized that it looks right. But I don't know. But by instinct though, my instinct is that it has to be knight d4 because the knight from d4 is so many jumps. That wasn't the arrow I meant. That wasn't the arrow I meant to draw. Knight d4, knight f3 is sorry, is the move that is the move that I see. So knight d4, knight f3 is what I want to do because there's also knight b3. Yeah, nice arrow. That somehow it's like I'm trying to go to f3 and it just shot all the way over to like h2 insanely. Anyway, yeah. I know knight d4 just looks right. Thank you to Sleepy Gamer for the prime, Plate for the 3, Hunter Save for the 3, Jacob Rayner for the 9 months. Thank you so much to Jacob Rayner. Appreciate it. All right, let's see. What are the moves? Knight d4 seems right. Knight d4 f3. If f3, oh, so that's your idea. Knight d3, knight d4 f3, knight b3, king e1. Oh, so maybe you guys, but then how does knight c, so the idea maybe is knight c1 f3 e3, but the problem is knight c1 king e1 even. Knight d4 f3, but can you take, wait, knight d4 f3, knight f3 takes king f2 c4, king e3 c3. Actually no, f3 is no good. I think knight d4 has got to be right here. I think it's knight d4. It has to be a knight move. I don't know, knight d4 looks right to me. What about bishop b3? The problem is if you move the bishop, white just takes the knight. That's why I know you have to move the knight, because white's just going to take, and white's at least better if not winning in that end game. I mean knight d4 looks, it looks so correct to me. Maybe it's not, but it just looks correct to me. It just looks correct. It's right. Okay, it goes f4, not f3. Okay. Now I do have knight f3 again. Like, this is what I'm wondering. Is it actually knight f3? Takes, king f2 c4 takes c3, and it's the right corner, right? This is the right corner square, so you can always go into these end games. Okay, so what other moves work? E3 is stupid because of rook d3, obviously. And peasant, he plays knight takes pawn, so you can't do anything with the pawn. You push, he just takes, so you can't push the pawns. This is absurd. This is absurd. So it's either a bishop or a knight move, basically. Now if you go knight b3, king e1, I mean, maybe that's good. You can't win. I think it's actually knight f3. Knight f3, it feels instinctively right to me somehow, because takes, king f2 c4, king e3 c3 and d2 wins. a4 c4 a5 c3, a6 takes, you win. Rook can't move because of d2. king e1 c4 takes 6 king d2 f2. Knight f3, knight takes, pawn takes, king f2 c4, king f3 c3, rook moves c2 d2. I think it is knight f3. I think it's knight f3. I'm pretty sure it's knight f3. Pawn to e3, white just sacks the rook, so it's not pawn to e3. I think it's knight f3. Knight takes, pawn takes, and there's just no way for white to stop the pawn. I think it's knight f3. Knight f3, rook f2, you just push the pawn and you make a queen and you win the game. I think it's just knight f3. I've been trusting my instinct so far. Am I going to trust my instinct again? I don't know actually though. No. Yes. No. Well, the thing is, knight f3, knight c4, you trade and go e3 and you win. I mean, knight f3 wins, but bishop b3 and c4 might also... No, wait. Bishop b3... Actually, bishop b3 and c4, there's merit to this too. I don't know which one it is. I feel like both of them should be winning. Hey, Sean a dog for the 3 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh man, I don't know, because bishop b... This is actually tricky, because here takes, bishop c4 wins the rook. If you get c4, c3, you just win the game. I mean, I know knight f3 wins, but I need a reason that bishop b3 doesn't win. Why does bishop b3 not win? Once I have one reason. Yes, bishop b3 doesn't win because of knight d7. Yes, knight d7. Yeah, because then you hit both. Yes, knight d7, you hit both pawns. That's why bishop b3 doesn't win. That's exactly... let me just... Bishop b3, knight d7. If knight f3, then knight f6 check, king g6, knight e4. King f... I mean, it's still maybe winning, but it looks wrong. It looks wrong. It looks wrong. It looks wrong. I think it's knight f3. 2 c4, king 1 c... I mean, it has to be... Knight f3 just wins. I think it's knight f3. I'm gonna trust my instinct. There we go. Good. Yeah. And that, you guys, is why when people are like, what, someone said, why doesn't everyone just use an engine? Because literally, probably like, I felt like 90% of the comments I saw were saying it's bishop b3 or it's knight b3 that wins, not knight f3. Thank you to Packus for the prime. Thank you to Risapoo for the 2 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Risapoo. Okay. Yeah, we're getting closer. We're into the 70s. I want to get to 80. That's my goal.